In this video, I'm going to be breaking down with you, if you have no money in your bank account, how do you go from $0 to $10,000 in straight cash or access to $10,000 so you can invest in yourself, how you can make money, how you can buy leads, whatever it is that you guys need to do if you guys need to pay rent. These are things that I've done in my career, in my life, that has helped me get cash right away if I needed access to it immediately, if I had to pay rent, if I had a bill to pay, if I had to pay credit cards off, like anything that you need to do, this is how you do it. So the first thing that you can do, and what's nice about selling life insurance is the first thing about selling life insurance and how you can actually make $10,000 is having conviction in yourself. And the way that you do this is by actually believing in the product and actually having it yourself. It's funny, the other day, one of these guys that I was eating dinner with that goes to my church, he was like, dude, how much do you believe in life insurance? I was like, dude, I 100% believe in life insurance. I wouldn't be selling it if I didn't. And he said, do you actually own it yourself? I was like, 100%, dude, I have 3 policies. And what he said to me was, it's interesting because a lot of people that I talk to that are salespeople, and he wasn't a salesman, he's in the Air Force, but he's like, a lot of people who sell products don't actually own it themselves. And it's interesting because if you don't actually own it yourself, and you can't speak with that conviction that like, hey, yes, this product actually can help you and your family. I believe in it so much that I actually own it myself. Then you're not going to close as many deals as you actually could possibly, because if you don't own it yourself, you're going to speak with less conviction than you actually would previously. So that's like the number one thing to be able to do that. So with that being said, what I did is some carriers actually advance when you sell a policy on yourself. And I say this to, one, get your family protected and make sure they're protected, because if you're going and telling people that they like how important it is to sell, like, or how important it is to protect their family with life insurance and with a plan, and what if something doesn't happen, but in the back of your head, you're thinking, dude, I don't even have this product. I don't even have life insurance. You're not going to close as hard as you want. And what I mean by close is not like coming with like tons of commission breath and coming hot like that, but it's coming out of a place of, hey, I genuinely want to help you and I want to help your family. And I'm genuinely concerned that if something doesn't happen, if something doesn't change, if you don't get a policy in place, I'm genuinely concerned for you and your family. So here's what I mean. Get a policy on yourself. Make sure that you have a policy on yourself and that you personally own life insurance, because I guarantee it'll help your mental space a lot to know that you actually believe in the product that you're selling, that your family's going to be protected when something does happen to you. And ultimately, at the end of the day, like, some carriers advance on writing policies on yourself. So that is one thing that can definitely help get a couple $1,000s in your account right away, is you just pay it back as you go, but also your family's protected. It's a win-win-win situation. Some carriers don't, so just make sure you check with the carriers which ones do and which ones don't. Now, the second thing, and I don't actively promote doing this, but if you are in a dire situation that you can't make rent, I would say have indirectly ask people about writing a policy on their family. And just here's what I mean is, like, one, when you're just starting out, practice on other people. Practice on you, like your friends, family, like whoever you need to be able to actually help them out. But also make sure, as the life insurance agent of the family, it is your job, it is your duty, that because you have the knowledge and you have the wisdom, to make sure they are actually in the best spot possible. And what I mean is not going and replacing their policies if it's not actually better for them. But if it is, making sure that they are in the right spot. Because think about it, you being in a spot where your family, like say that person passes in your family and they didn't have the protection that they should have, or maybe they have a term policy that's continuously going up month after month after month when they turn a certain age or at a certain time. Imagine that happens and you could have prevented that. I'm not saying go hard close your family, and I'm not saying go hard close your friends, and I'm not even saying go even sell to them. I'm saying just make sure that they're in the best possible position, because if you don't, there could be situations that maybe they just don't know, and ignorance They just really don't know if it's a good policy or not, but you as the professional can actually help them. And there's where you can pick up another 2 to 3 policies, and now you're at the one policy that you wrote on yourself plus the ones you wrote on your friends and family, some of them. I'm not saying all of them, and not saying like go recruit them into your business. But for these people, go out and like, if you need the money right away, that's a way that you can build up some cash flow so that you can go out and invest in your business. Now, so you send text out, you can say, hey, do you possibly know anybody who might be looking for a policy or might be looking for life insurance, or you can bring it up in conversation. Or you send a text, hey, I just got my license. I just want to make sure you're in the best possible position for your policy. Would you be open, or would you be totally opposed to having a conversation, just making sure that you're in the best spot possible? If you're not, it's totally cool. I'm going to make sure that you're just in the best possible position. Does that sound fair enough? Yes, no, maybe so, whatever it is. Just like help them out. Like, and don't come out of a place of wanting to like make a ton of money on them. Come out of a place of actually wanting to help and genuine care for them. So that's another way that you can get another 2 to 3 grand. So now you're at like 4 or 5 grand, like right then in advanced commissions. I'm not saying that's the primary way that you get leads, but if you are in a dire situation and you haven't done it before, just make it happen. That's the way you gain the quick cash so that you can invest in yourself and you invest in your business, get leads, whatever you need to do so that you can stay in the business without having to go get credit cards. Now, that leads me to my next point, is that not all debt is bad. What I mean by that is it's not bad to put money on credit cards for your business, because most businesses go into $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 worth of debt before they ever make money. And for you guys, if you put ads on a card, or if you put money on a card or invest in a course or a program or whatever you do to that, that's investing in yourself to make more money as soon as possible. And what's nice about credit cards is that you might not have money for the course or for the leads or whatever it is so that you can make money, but it's investment in yourself, and it's an investment into your business that's ultimately going to make you more money, because it's different if you're going out for luxury and you're putting money on cards for that. But this is not bad debt. That is for you to invest in yourself and invest in your business and invest in your family's financial future. So when I hear a lot of people like saying, oh, dude, I got a ton of credit cards, like, oh, I'm completely against credit cards now. It's like, when I think about it, and when I like actually talk to these people, I'm like, what do you actually spend the money on? Like, I'm just genuinely curious. And a lot of them are like, dude, like, made money. I bought a new car. I bought like even a house. Like, a house is awesome. And it's super useful. And like, my wife and I were going to get a house this year, but like that's like going into like $300,000-$400,000 of debt, and that's okay. But then for you to go into a few $1,000s of debt or credit cards or whatever, that's going to help you invest to make more money, it's like frowned upon. It just doesn't make sense. So for you in where you're at now, it's investing in your business might be necessary. And I firmly believe, like, if I didn't have credit cards, I wouldn't have been able to invest in myself, invest into my business. And that was a simple way to be able to start making money right away, and so that I could learn. Because education, same thing, you're going into debt to learn. And so when I came into this business, my mindset was like, I'm going to invest into myself, into my education. If I don't close any policies, and if I don't actually, if I don't make any sales, and maybe I think about it, talk about it, pray about it, whatever it is, and I get all these objections that you probably are going to get and probably do get on a regular basis, that's okay, because you're in university. You're in a completely different education. Your education now is just through experience and not just sitting in pointless classes. Not saying all college about that, but like some of them, especially if you're going for like business and entrepreneurship, like, dude, just start the business yourself, right? So all that being said, that's normalized, getting student loans, but like, why isn't investing in your business, investing into somebody who actually knows how to make money? Why is that frowned upon all of a sudden? So I think changing my frame shift, like having a frame shift for me of going from, hey, not all debt is bad. If I'm doing it for the business and I know I can see a return if I invest in myself and believe in myself, it's the same thing as paying for a tuition. Just this is with experience and on the job, and you can get an ROI way quicker. So I think the courses and coaches, as long as you find the right one, I think they are really, 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 really powerful. I wouldn't speak with so much conviction if I personally didn't do it myself. And so doing this is like literally a hack, because you can find somebody who has the problem that can make you $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, and you pay them a small fee, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, so that you can be able to make that for the rest of your life. And all of a sudden, boom, you have that skill. And now the next person you invest in, you add that skill. And then the next person you invest in that skill. And all of a sudden, you skill stack over time with people who are willing to share the information that you don't have, that's costing you the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, your dream life that you want. You invest into these people, you skill stack, and all of a sudden, you're a 7-figure CEO and business owner. What's cool now is that with the online space growing, there are capabilities to do that, which is absolutely amazing. So credit cards, I don't think are bad if you're doing it for business purposes and doing it to invest in yourself, in your future. But on the flip side, if you're wanting to like buy a pair of shoes, or that's not an asset. You are the asset. You are the most important thing that you can invest in. And so that is my 100% belief, is that any other stock, any other crypto, or anything else besides myself is going to be it's not going to be as good of an investment, because I can't go into the S&P 500 and put in $10,000 and next year be making $100,000 for the rest of my life. Like, there's no other thing. And on top of that, if you invest into another thing that complements that skill, you can triple that $100,000 to $400,000. And that's the game of skill stacking. So if you don't have the skill, invest in yourself, invest in your future, because you never know when that's going to pay off. So again, not all debt is bad. So open up a credit card. Now, if you can't get a personal credit card, or if you already have personal credit cards, open a business credit card. So I wish I knew this way earlier, is that there's tons of business credit cards that you can get, that you can actually get points for, you can fly free with, because of the points that you stack up, and you're going to spend the money anyway. So especially with marketing, American Express Gold Card is the hack for Facebook ads. Anyways, long story short, I didn't know that you can actually open up an LLC, and when you open up an LLC with your money, is having you can open a business credit card for that, and typically you can get a $10,000 to $15,000 limit on there that you just pay back within 30 days. So if you don't have access to a credit card, open up a business credit card that you can use for your business. Don't mix personal expenses in there. Don't use this as a free for all for anything, but use that money to invest in yourself and invest in your future and invest in your business. And that's why it's there, so that you can move forward. So sometimes you got to take 2 steps back so you can take 1 step forward. So if you absolutely had to get access to money tomorrow, that's what I would do. Now, another thing I would do is I would start asking for more referrals when I'm selling clients. So that's the easiest way to decrease your cost per acquisition when you're selling to people. So if you want a $10,000 like access to it right then and there, you got to pay bills, you got to do something. That's the number one way, is like get referrals. Go out and like find people. And I'm not saying by any means this is the number way to get leads, or you need to do this to get leads for the rest of your life and burn out your warm market, because I made that mistake transparently. Like, I did that. I fell for that, and like, it's not good. But like, it's good to, especially when you start making sure that your family's protected as the life insurance agent of the family, and with your friends, like making sure they're in a great possible position and just looking over it. Like, again, not trying to hard close them, but making sure that they're in a good spot at the end of the day. And it's all about intention. People can smell intention from a mile away. So if your intention there is to go and make sales and go and make money, they're going to feel that. And you're going to lose all the goodwill that you've put into that relationship. But if you actually go there to help, and you're not trying to like force it down their throat, it's a completely different situation. So another thing, so again, referrals, easiest way to drop your cost per acquisition when you're buying leads. But then another way is like getting a source, whether that's generating your own, buying leads, whatever it is, like finding good leads that you could actually close and make a 3 to 5x, even 10x ROI. People will promise the world, people will promise that, oh, I can do this, that, whatever. If people are actually doing it, investing into good leads can help you make $10,000 back in a month. Like I've done it multiple times. And so for you guys, like if you're struggling, if you don't have money, like even like that's the game of entrepreneurship, is using limited resources to accomplish the goals that you're ultimately looking for and wanting to do. So make the most out of it. Do what you have to do so that you can make that a reality. So that's what I would do. The fastest way to $10,000, like to get that into your bank account. Now, in terms and pivoting this a little bit, that just buys you time to think on a longer time horizon. Now, once I do that, and the fastest way to make $10,000 per month is learning how to sell. I made a video a couple days ago about this exact topic, and I want to encourage you guys, learn the objections, learn the think about it, the talk about it, hey, I want to talk to my partners, I want to talk to my spouse, or whatever it is, talk to them so that, and make sure that you understand these objections and you know it left and right, front and back, so you can make more money. If you know how to sell, I speak with a ton of people on a day-to-day basis. If you know how to sell, you are in a great spot, because even if you have the best and perfect marketing and you still can't help somebody make a decision at the end of the call, you're going to lose sales and you're not going to be able to make the money that you want. So with that being said, learn the objections. Think about how much it's costing you every single day not knowing these objections. So know the objections, get really good at being personable and not building rapport and talking about the weather, but being there to help. Take somebody from some semi-interested to a closed deal, and I guarantee you will make more money. So the fastest way to $10,000 per month is you sell a policy on yourself. And I'm not saying at all, like, again, another disclaimer, I just want to make sure this is crystal clear. If you just are starting out and need some money quick to be able to invest in yourself and your future and your family's future, write a policy on yourself so you believe in it and you have the conviction of the product. Second thing is you help your family members make sure that they have the right coverage in place. Third thing is open up a credit card. If you can't do that, open up a business credit card. And that's the way you have access to that money. Then from there, learn how to sell, master the objections, master anything that you need, get around people, invest in yourself, invest in your future. And I'm not saying just with money, I'm saying with time, I'm saying with energy, I'm saying with your commitments to your family's future. Like, this is what I had to do to make it happen. It's not easy, and it's really not. Like, you're going to face a ton of rejection. You're going to face people saying, I need to think about it. I'm not interested. Stop calling me, cussing you out over and over and over and over and over again. But if you stay the course, if you consistently learn how to sell, if you master the objections, if you learn how to do these things and help somebody make a decision, and that's the final thing I'm going to say, is help somebody make a decision, regardless of the outcome, regardless if they buy from you or not, regardless of that, anything. For you to be successful, and the fastest way to make $10,000 per month is helping somebody make a decision. And the only way that you can do that firmly is by leading yourself. Because if you don't lead yourself, and if you don't lead your family, and if you're not the one, who is? I make these videos because I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Share this with a friend if you found it valuable. Also, if you guys haven't already, just created a free school community. Click the link down below. It's down there. And apply today. We're going to be doing some crazy stuff. 2024 is going to be epic. We're going to be doing Q&As where I'm helping you guys, investing into you guys so that you guys can make money. You guys can be successful. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the School community down below. It's completely for free. We're doing support calls. We're going to be doing course modules. We're going to be talking about how Max went from zero to spending $1,000 on ads and making $19,000 in 5 days, actually. 1 week, 5 days, how he did it over the phone. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. If you guys need anything, you know where to reach me. See you guys soon. Peace.